In this video, we're going to look at how you can combine data from two different raw data tables into a processed data table, which is suitable for IB Diploma Biology internal assessment submissions. You will note that there's two data tables, one looking at an initial value and the second is looking at a final value. And we have a third data table, which will be the processed data table, which again has the independent variable, but in this case, a difference between the two values. This could be an experiment where you're looking at the effect of osmosis in tissue at varying sodium chloride concentrations. So you would have mass before submersion, mass after submersion. I'm initially going to calculate difference independent variables. It's important to know what the formula is. You simply subtract the initial from the final. I go to the first cell on my process data table. I press equals. I choose my first final. I type minus. I click on the first initial. I go back down and I see the formula is in my table. I press enter. I drag it down. I drag it over. And all of my differences in my variables have now been calculated. We will worry about the number of decimals reasonably soon. You calculate mean by going to formula, insert, double click on average, highlight only what you want the average of, press enter, click OK. Drag it down, and all the values are now calculated. Standard deviation can be calculated in the same way. Insert function, choose stdev, double click. Be very careful that you're only highlighting the recorded data and you do not include the mean. Press enter, press OK, drag it down, and all of your values have been calculated. There is one problem. Your raw data has one decimal place. Therefore, the precision of your process data should also be one decimal place, which is easy to fix by highlighting all of the values, going to the Home tab, and decreasing the variables. If difference between your independent and between your initial and final measurements of your dependent variable is what you desire, this table is all you need for the IB. However, this table can be quickly modified so you can calculate percent difference. It is important that you know the formula and you're aware of the order of operations. I have written the order of operations here. You initially subtract initial from final within brackets. You divide it using a / by initial, but all of that within brackets again, and divide by 100. So let me do that. Again, start with equals, final minus initial. Put brackets around the difference. I'm going to divide that by the initial. And once that calculation is done, I'm going to multiply it by 100. The asterisk is what indicates the function multiply. So if I press enter, I should now have the percent difference, the first value. To convert all of them, drag it down. Notice that the mean and the standard deviation are changing automatically. And I now have the percent difference between the two values. This would be all you need to include on your data table. Do, of course, include your own independent variable, include your precision error and your unit. Include your difference in your dependent variables of your own variable, the